Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. Today I'm answering all of your questions. So don't forget to put all your questions with hashtag AskMarcello, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, email, letter, however you guys want to ask it, it'll be fine. And also don't forget to subscribe here to the channel. I really appreciate all the questions, guys, and I'm really glad that you guys value all the information that I have or the experience that I have in the financial markets for the last 15 years. First question I have is from Jordan Haywood. Jordan asks, when the market crashes, why is this more an opportune time for day traders to make money? Is it because the market is going to continue down, so you simply take shorts? Or is it because the markets are just more volatile and there are more entry signals with higher profit opportunities? Thanks for the input. Love your videos. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. So the latter of your comment is the actual correct answer. So just because the market is going down doesn't mean that there are higher profit opportunities. There are going to be more trades or more opportunities in the market when it moves more. When the market goes down, it moves a lot more than when it goes up. And just trae la cámara un momento. I'm gonna show you guys here a daily chart, right? And Jordan, I'll show you here. Every vertical line that you guys see here is when the market went down. And the bars down here on the bottom is take a look at every single time the market has actually dropped. Look at how the volume has spiked, right? And if I'm not mistaken, one of these days, if looking off the chart, I think this day here with China in 2015, was the day with the highest volume in the history of this specific stock market, which I'm sure the others applied as well. So if there's, if the market goes down, more people get nervous, more people get emotional. If they get more emotional, then they start to make irrational decisions. With the irrational decisions comes more movement. More movement means more opportunities. More opportunities means the opportunity to make more money. We use something called tick charts. Tick charts are basically, think of them as bars with transactions rather than candlesticks, which are time frame, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So imagine a day like the one that I just showed you where everything's going crazy, or the 2008, 2009 crisis, and in a span of 10 minutes, there are 10 million transactions. We're gonna see that on every single bar because more bars are gonna plot because we use tick charts. Whereas you guys that use candlestick charts are gonna see the same thing in 5 minutes, or the same thing in 10 minutes, or the same thing in 30 minutes, right? So that's why traders are able to make more money when things get bad rather than things are well. So very good question, Jordan. For those of you guys that know as well, we do make more money when the market goes down, and that's precisely why. So next question here I have from Edward Lee. Edward, you have previously recommended NinjaTrader brokerage. Do you still do? They have two options, Philip and Dorman. Which of these two do you recommend? I've done business with NinjaTrader since before they had charts. I think now they're starting to compete with some of the big names like TradeStation, for example, or Interactive Brokers. When I first started trading, we would use TradeStation for charting and then NinjaTrader for execution. And now obviously NinjaTrader, to me, in my opinion, TradeStation and a lot of the other platforms are designed by engineers, right? So they work better technically, but they're not necessarily, the vision isn't from a trader first. Whereas my impression with NinjaTrader, going to their events and knowing the CEO and meeting the executives, they are traders first, or at least the people who develop that. So from their frame of mind, something like Chart Trader, where you trade on the chart instead of the dome, makes sense, right? Because you trade with less psychology or less emotion because you can literally trade on the chart and you don't have to pay attention to the money you're making or losing, which is what you always see on the dome. So yeah, absolutely. I would still recommend NinjaTrader brokerage. Now that since they became a brokerage, they're a little bit more strict and the regulations are starting to get a little bit more difficult. I don't think that is necessarily their fault. It's just a matter of, brokerages are regulated a lot more heavily than trading platforms. So, it's getting a little bit more of a pain in the butt. But either way, You know, you can trade with Philip or Dorman. Both of them are good. I met the guys from Philip, so I lean towards Philip more than Dorman. But at the end of the day, I think honestly, it's really about the same thing. So, good question, Edward. Thank you for that. Next, we have I can't say this one. Piotr. Hey Marcello, do you use NinjaTrader 8 already? Yes, we have a few traders using some of the NinjaTrader 8. What I plan to do is actually doing a review of the platform compared to NinjaTrader 7, for example. So we'll do that soon. Chi Hai Trong, how to start learning from the master and how much does it cost? I am also interested in helping you open a trading center in Vietnam. Chi, I would love to do that. I don't speak Vietnamese, so obviously we need somebody that speaks the language. I just looked up the country. There's about 90 million people there. We've done an amazing job down here in Latin America. I'm actually very, very surprised the success that a lot of the traders down here have had. Some of the guys that I funded, others that are trading on their own. So I definitely would be interested in that. The cost of everything, I honestly don't like to sell anything here on the YouTube. But I try to do these videos to help you guys understand more and interact with you guys to kind of help you learn. So if you want, Chi, just shoot us an email, support@thedaytradingacademy.com, and we can talk a little bit more about that. Okay, my man? Thank you for the question. I. Smith, how do you avoid having your account flagged as a pattern day trader with a small account? So the pattern day trading rule only applies to stocks. It doesn't apply to futures, doesn't apply to any other markets. So what I recommend you do, I. Smith, is not trade stocks. I think, you know, in full disclosure, I learned how to trade futures. I have this isn't actually true. I have recently started to adapt the way that I trade because I've had such a demand and such a load work-wise from the academy and also the other businesses that I own that I still kind of want to have my toe in the water, so to speak, when it comes to trading. So I've been more position trading now, which basically means I'm holding positions more long-term and trading more with miners, with stocks. But I have an account that's bigger than 25K, so that I don't have to worry about that. So if you're interested in learning how to trade and avoiding the pattern day trading rule, just don't trade stocks. Trade anything else other than stocks. And what I would actually recommend you do, I. Smith, is you trade with futures, because in my humble opinion, with the 15 years of experience I have in the day trading or financial market, so to speak, I think it's the best market for beginners to trade. Okay, so those are all the questions for today. Don't forget to mark all the questions with hashtag AskMarcello. Whatever you guys want to ask, I'll be happy to answer it for you. Instagram, Facebook, all that social media good stuff, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, guys and ladies, and we'll talk to you soon.